Hello everybody, we'll start again from question 21, test 1. Okay, for OK theater tickets, a ticket for an adult is $5 more than a ticket for a child. If a group of 6 adults and 10 children pay a total of $142, what is the cost in dollars of a ticket for one adult and one child? Okay. Let the ticket of the child be X, okay? And adult, it will be X plus 5. As the adult is 5 more than, okay? 5 more than the ticket of a child. So we can write that we have 6 tickets. It will be 6 times X plus 5 plus 10X equals the total number, which equals $142, okay, the total cost. So we can find the value of X, so it will be 6X plus 30 plus 10X equals 142. You can use the calculator to find the value of X. So 16X plus 30 equals 142. Subtract 30. So 16X equals 112, okay, divided by 16, so X equals 7. So X plus 5 equals 12, okay. So the total will be 7 plus 12, which equals 90. Okay, so the answer is A. Question 22. Question 22. The scatter plot above show the distance traveled in hours for 10 taxi drivers under the line of the best fit for the data. Which of the following is closest to the average speed in miles per hour for the drivers? Okay, you know that the speed equals distance over time. Okay, so it will be distance, which equals 480, over the time, which equals 8, so it will be equal 60. Okay, so we have 59, which is closest to 60. Okay, we need the closest because we have a scatter plot. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, next question. Question 23. For the polynomial b of x, the value of b of negative 5 equals 0. Which of the following must be true about b of x? Okay, we have b of negative 5 equals 0. It means x plus 5 is a factor for b of x. So the answer is B. Okay, question 24. We have y smaller than or equals 3x plus half and y greater than or equals half x plus 3 if the system of the inequalities above is graphed in the xy plane, which quadrant contains the solution to the system. Okay, to find the solution of the system of two inequalities, okay, the first line we have positive slope and y-intercept equals half, so I think under 3 is greater than the second slope of the second inequality, so it will be this way. Okay, next one, it will be half positive slope smaller than 3 and y-intercept equal 3, so it will be this way, and this is the solution. Okay, so the answer will be in the first quadrant. Okay, imagine this is or change this inequality into an equation, which is y equals y equals 3x plus half and y equals half x plus 3. Start to grab them and find the intersection of the two solutions or two areas of solutions. So the answer is A. Question 25. The figure above shows the graph of the piecewise function f defined for x between -4 and 5, for which of the following values of x is f of x is smaller than the absolute value of x. Okay, you know that this is an interval, so we have this from this point and that one. The negative part, it may be negative 2.8 or 2.9, and this point which equals 1. So which one? So I think the answer will be B, okay, because negative 1.3 lying between 1 and negative 2.9 or 8, okay, so the answer is B. Question 27. The graph of y equals a third x times x minus 6 is shown in the xy plane above. Which of the following are the coordinates of the vertex? We have a quadratic function which is y equals third x times x minus 6. So multiply, it will be third x squared minus 2x. How can we find the vertex? So this is a general form for a quadratic function, and we know the vertex equals negative b over 2a and f of negative b over 2a. Okay, to find x, which is negative b over 2a. Negative b, it means negative the coefficient of x, which equals negative 2, it means negative 2 over 2a, means in 2 times a third. Use the calculator, so it will be equals 2 over 2 over 3, which equals 6 over 2, which equals 3. So x equals 3 with the exercise. How to find y? So y equals f of 3. So it will be third times 3 squared minus 2 times 3. So we have third times 9, which equals 3, minus 6, which equals negative 3. So the answer will be 3 and negative 3, which is C. Next question, question 28. And the right angle triangle ABC above, if BC equals 10, the hypotenuse, and measure of angle C equals 30, what is the approximate perimeter of the triangle? Okay, we have a 30 and 90, so this is 30-60 triangle, and we have a rule 90 x 30 is the side which opposite to 30, which equals x, and the hypotenuse to x, and the third side x root 3. So on this figure we have 10, which equals 2x, so x equals 5. And this side, the third one, will be equal 5 root 3. So to find the perimeter, it will be 5 plus 10 plus 5 root 3. Using calculator, it will be 23.7. Okay, so the answer is B. Next question. The figure above shows a rectangular solid with width x and length y and height equals z. If xy equals 20, yz equals 10, and xz equals 18, what is the volume of the solid? You know that this is a rectangular solid, so the volume equals x times y times z. And we have x times y equals 20, and y times z equals 10, and x times z equals 18. Okay, so multiply the three equations to each other, so it will be x times x, which equals x squared, y times y squared, z times z squared, and then multiply 20 times 10 times 18, which equals 3,600. Take the square root, so x, y, z equals the square root of 3,600, so it will be 60. This is the volume, which is 8. Next question. Question 30. The figure above shows a sector O with radius r. If the area of the sector is 3 pi, what is the approximate perimeter of the sector? Here we have this is 3 pi, the sector, so it will be pi and pi and pi. Okay, so the fourth one will be also pi. So we have the area of the circle equals 4 pi. Take the square root of 4 to find the length of the radius. So the radius equals 2. Okay, how can we find the perimeter of the circle? The perimeter of the sector. We will add 2 for this radius plus 2 plus the closed curve of the circle. Okay, so it will be at the length of the arc equals 4 pi times 3 over 4 from the circle, which equals 3 pi. Okay, so the perimeter, it will be 3 pi plus 2 plus 2, which is 4 plus 3 pi. Using calculator, it will be 13.4. So the answer is C. Question 31. Kara needs 3 hours to mow and trim Mrs. Taylor's lawn. Okay? One day she asked her friend Peter to work with her. When Peter worked with her, the job took only 1 hour. How long would it take Peter in hours to complete the job himself? Okay. You know that rates are equal. If Peter takes X hours, okay, so to complete the job, so it will be 1/3 plus 1x equals 1, which equals 1 over 1. Okay, so using cross multiplication, so it will be 3x times x plus 3 equals 1 over 1. It means 3x equals x plus 3, means 2x equals 3, so x equals 3 over 2. Okay. Question 32. The country reception hall charges a rental fee of $1,000 and at least $3,000 for food. Olivia is planning a class reunion. If she has chosen a pair that costs $38.56 per person, what is the minimum possible number of people who must attend to support the expense? Okay, to support the expense, so the number of people is x, so the initial number fee, which is 1,000, plus 38.56, so it will be 38.56 times x is greater than or equals 3,000. Okay, so it will be 38.56, subtract 1,000 from both sides, so it will be 2,000 divided both sides by 38.56, so it will be 2,000 over 38.56. So x is greater than, using calculator, it will be 51.87. So the minimum number will be 52. Okay, question 33. The graph of a linear function f is shown in the xy plane above. If f of k equals 1, what is the value of f of negative 2k? So first of all, we have to find the value of k. We have an information that f of k equals 1. Okay, means f of k equals 1. This is this point. So at f of k equals 1, it means k equals also 1. So k equals 1. So we find f of negative 2k, which is f of negative 2. From the graph, we will find f of negative 2, count 1, 2, this is negative 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it will be equal 7. Question 34. If the average of 2a plus b is equal to 50% of 4b, what is the value of a over b? You know that the average of their sum over their number equals 50%. It means 0.5 or half times 4b. Okay. Simplify. So divided 2 equals 1, divided 2 equals 2. So we have 2a plus b equals 4b. So 2a equals 3b. So the value of a over b equals 3 over 2. Next one. Question 35. Two cylinders shown above have the same volume. If the radius of the cylinder double I is twice the radius of the cylinder I, and the height of the cylinder I is 10. What is the height h of the cylinder I? You know that the volume of the cylinder pi r squared times h. Okay, times h. So we have for the first cylinder pi r squared times 10 equals pi times twice the radius to r whole squared times h. This is for the first cylinder, which is height equals 10, and this is the second one, which has twice the radius. So cancel pi with pi. Okay, so we have 10 r squared equals 4 r squared times h. Cancel r squared with r squared, so we have 4h equals 10. So h equals 10 over 4. Simplify, so it will be 5 over 2, which is 2.5. Question 36. G of x equals x squared minus 3x plus 2 over x plus 2 whole squared minus 8x. For what value of x is the function above undefined? This fraction, the function is undefined when the denominator equals 0. So we have x plus 2 whole squared minus 8x equals 0. So we have expand. So it will be x squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 8x equals 0. Other like terms. So x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 0. And using calculator, multiply 3 or factoring. So it will be x minus 2 times x minus 2, which equals 0. It means x minus 2 equals 0. So x equals 2. Okay. Next question. Question 37. Support Calera deposit a principal amount of $3 in a bank account that pays compound interest. If the annual interest is R and the bank makes interest payment N times every year, she would have an amount of money equals to R after T years, given by R of T equals P times 1 plus R over N, all to the power N times T. Okay, if she, question 37, if she deposit $2,000 into account paying 4%, so we have $2,000 and the interest which equals 4%, the annual interest. What is the amount of interest after 1 year? Okay, this is great. So that to find the amount after 1 year, you have to multiply 2000 times the annual interest, which is 4% using calculator, to be equals 80. Okay. So question 38. If she deposits $2,000 into account paying for 4%, okay, $2,000, and we have annual interest which is 4%, compound quarterly. What is her account balance after 1 year? Okay, it means that n equals 4 in the equation. Okay, so it will be 2,000. This is the initial number or the initial amount. 1 plus 0.04 over 4, 4 to the power 4 times 1, the time for 1 year. So using calculator, it will be approximately equals 2081. Okay, thank you.